Hey everybody, Chris Chang here. In this episode I want to talk about an important shooting tip, probably the most important handgun shooting tip that's out there. I talk about this in my new book, Shoot to Win, but here we go. So we're going to talk about pistol marksmanship here, and here we have a SIRT pistol, which is it's an inert laser training pistol, which is one of my main training devices when I'm at home and not at the range. And actually it's a really good training tool at the range if you want to save costs on ammo. So anyway, so isometric tension is this concept of pushing and pulling and squeezing the gun. And so what we're talking about is, imagine if we wanted to secure this pistol, the most effective way to do so would be to crush it in a vise, right? One vise coming this way and then a second vise coming this way. So if you think about your hands as a vise, that is the concept around isometric tension. So let me demonstrate by showing the four elements. So there's push, pull, 70, 30. Push, pull, 70, 30. So let's talk about the push. So with my shooting hand, I'm going to push out. And then the pull part is with my support hand. When I grip the gun, I'm going to be pulling back into me. So I'm pulling in and pushing out. And so that is your front and back vise. Now 70-30. Now 70% of your grip strength should actually be coming from your support hand. All right, so 70% of the crushing strength is in my support hand. For me, since I'm right-handed, that's my left hand. All right, and then 30% is in my shooting hand. All right, and so the reason why it's a 70-30 split, now with your shooting hand, 30% is because you want your shooting hand to be relaxed enough so that your trigger finger has a nice smooth press to the rear. If you inverted this and if you had a 70% squeeze in your shooting hand, your shooting hand is going to be so tense that a lot of that stress is going to transfer to your trigger finger and therefore reduce the smoothness of your trigger squeezes. So to recap, isometric tension, push, pull, 70-30. Push, pull, and then 70 in my left hand and 30% in my right hand. So with that, that's isometric tension. Try this at home with either a training pistol or unload a pistol and try this at home, and then obviously try this at the range. Again, this is one of the best handgun shooting tips that I can recommend to make sure that your hands stay on the gun, you feel a lot more secure when you're shooting, and most importantly, for those follow-up shots, you'll find that you'll just be able to send round after round without having to readjust your grip, and you'll be able to control muzzle, recoil, and you'll be able to keep your shots, follow-up shots on target. Hope you enjoyed this tip, and there'll be more to come.